they're kind of few and far between. You get them like once a year, once every 18 months or so, but they capture broad ranges of time typically, unless you get a Medal of Honor because during a fight you did something. And then there's a specific, but typically most awards that military folks wear, the ribbons that Napoleon was discussing, are given over time for achievement. So to compensate for that time level, there's tons of extraordinary work that goes on in your business and in ours in between those times of recognition. And so when Brooks asked me to speak about coins, I think it's pretty cool. When I was a second lieutenant back in 1996, I'm just going to bring up a couple. I've got my hands right here. This is the first coin I ever received, and so I was a Green Horse lieutenant, and we were out in the field down here at Fort Hood, and I was a scout, and so I was up front. I was looking for, this is a force on force, not real. This is just training, and so I couldn't see over the IV line, and I was like 22 years old, and I had so much energy, and I hadn't started to break yet physically, so. So what I do, I decided that I needed to low crawl about 300 meters to see over this hill to see where the bad guy tanks were, and so I did, and it sucked, and I but it was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then it worked out, and I looked over, I called on the radio, I said, hey, they're right here, here, and here, and so we were able to effect artillery and combined arms action on top of this organization, and we won the fight. So next thing you know, I'm sitting there, and the fight's over, and down comes, from this hill that was observing, comes the battalion commander, who, ironically, is the same rank I am now. Of course, back then, I was like, God damn, that guy is old. Now I look at myself, and I go, wow, I'm that same age. But he handed me this coin, and he said, here, son, that was awesome. So he said, I watched you low crawl for 15 minutes to get over that IV line, and I appreciate what you did. And he handed it to me, and this was the first coin I ever got. I was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't even know the tradition, to be honest with you. And so I put it in my pocket, and I said, that's great. Fantastic. But for that moment, it was, besides all the scrapes and bruises I got on just doing that action, that was the moment that he saw that was an opportunity to take a young person and say, well done, for that moment. And that was pretty important, and I look back on it, and that's pretty funny. I couldn't do it now because my knees and ankles aren't the same. But I've got just two or three examples. Another example I'm holding is during that fight in the Najaf, this thing right here. One of my lieutenants was killed, and he was killed on August 15th. So we just had the 10-year anniversary of his death from that battle in the Najaf. And I bring that up because his wife took the opportunity to go buy some coins and commemorate the moment, and passed out as we got off the plane 8 months later, passed out a coin to every soldier that was in that company. So remember that day, remember that moment of sacrifice for our country, for the unit, and that's a pretty important one. And then I've got two more because I've got too many to talk about, but then I'll kind of get into what it means to me. So this monstrous thing of metal is this was kind of a coin that I talk about when I was in the trenches of the United States Forces Iraq as a planner. And planners are truly the offensive linemen. We plan everything from long-range strategic issues, dealing with foreign countries and how we're going to deal with them, to how we're going to cross that river. But nonetheless, it is the most thankless, awful job you can do in the Army. And I'll tell you, and I know probably some of you are sitting there going, yeah, I got one of those right now. But we took on a project, and this coin was given to me personally by a guy named General Odierno, Ray Odierno, and he's the current Chief of Staff of the Army. He's about 6'5" and bald, and he's pretty intimidating. But he called me up after about a 3-week planning action that sucked the soul out of my body, and put this big piece of metal in my hand. And it was just for a moment. It allowed me to kind of go, okay, was it worth it for this big piece of metal? No, but I got to meet the man. And I got to thank you, a personal thank you from him. So that meant a lot, and then I'm going to show you a rudimentary one.